I like to play video games every day, and I soon hope to turn that ambition into a career. And she does not understand that this is something that I really want. She just does not understand. She smashes the one thing I love.
So how did it get to the point where she smashed it?
One little mistake, one tiny mistake of not picking up my little sister, and she goes off and destroys the one thing.
Wait, that's a little mistake?
Of course.
You forgot to pick up your sister?
I do it every week.
So how did you forget?
I was too busy chasing my dreams. I was too busy doing what I love the most.
So you were supposed to go pick your little sister up from where? School?
That's cheerleading practice, but I do that every week. Could she not do that? She doesn't even work that much.
Okay, so you do it every week, and this time you forgot.
Just once.
So, Ms. Ortiz, did you break the video game?
I did, and I would do it again in a heartbeat because he is throwing. I absolutely would. I have only ever wanted what's best for you.
Oh, really?
And you are throwing away your life.
So, I want to understand from you, as his mother, he forgot to pick up his sister. What were your instructions to him? Were you working? What happened?
So first of all, that was the straw that broke the camel's back because Jose does not do anything around the house at all.
That's not true.
The only thing, he gets an allowance, and the only thing I ever ask him to do is pick up his sister from cheer practice.
And I do that every week.
On Tuesdays and Thursdays. But you didn't that one time. You left her stranded there.
No, I did not. She had so many people to ask. She could have asked her mom's friend. Or...
All right, Mr. Ortiz, let your mother speak. Go ahead, ma'am.
Thank you. So he has one responsibility to pick up his sister on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Which I do.
Because I work a double shift. He not only did not remember to pick her up, but when we came home, he was playing video games and didn't even care. I said, you left your sister, and he shrugged and went back to playing his video game.
Did you just shrug, Mr. Ortiz?
Well, I acknowledged what she said, but I just didn't think it was a big deal because I do it every week. And she was just at school. Do you really think that's a big deal to you?
Yes, it is, because cheerleading practice happens after school. And so after that's over, parents come and pick up the child, and the children who are left over, whose parents don't come, are left with the coach or the teacher, which is an inconvenience.
Right, exactly.
Hold on. The coach or the teacher then has to find out how are they going to get that child home. It's a huge inconvenience.
But she was not stranded, was she? She had teachers and coaches there.
No, she was stranded because you didn't come get her, and then your mother came to get her.
But I was busy doing what I want to do.
Okay, hold up. It smells like freaking old milk in here because this kid is spoiled rotten. Now, do I think forgetting to pick up your sister warrants your gaming device to be destroyed? No. But disrespecting your mother and acting like it's not a big deal? That at least warrants it being taken away from you.
I want to point out also that this is the latest in a long string of incidents that have happened since he's become addicted to video games.
That's not true at all.
My parents visited from Florida. He came out for 5 minutes for the whole 2 weeks they were here. He comes out of his room to eat and go to the bathroom, and then the rest of the time he's in there playing his games.
That is not true.
Let me ask you this. You say he still gets an allowance at 18 years old.
I just wanted him to focus on his schoolwork, and when he was a little boy, he took everything so seriously. He worked so hard at his studies. That's why I bought him his first video game console to begin with, because I wanted him to have
So you
a little
actually
fun.
got him his first one?
I did.
But this one you did not buy?
I did not.
So, Mr. Ortiz, you bought this all on your own?
Yes, using...
With the money I gave him from his allowance.
But I earned that money.
No.
I do chores. I pick up my sister.
Wait. Is your allowance based upon you doing chores and then getting the money?
Exactly.
What do you have to do?
I pick up the laundry, I do my room, I do the dishes, everything she tells me to do.
Okay, here's the thing. Let's say all of that is true, okay? Let's say he gets the allowance based off of the chores he does around the house, okay? Let's say that that's the truth. His mother is saying that he doesn't do his chores, so why are you giving him an allowance if he's not doing his chores? You see, that is a hole right through her entire defense. The gaming console is his because he earned that money because you paid him for doing chores, or you paid him even though he wasn't doing the chores. That's the problem.
Laundry.
And I pick up my sister.
What a laundry machine.
No. Laundry, dishes.
The trash.
Clean your room.
Exactly.
The trash.
Yes.
Right? And pick up your sister.
Of course.
And so, Mom, is that true? Like, are those the chores he's required to do and then he gets payment for those?
No, no. Those are every once in a while he volunteers, or he used to. He doesn't do it anymore.
Yes, I do.
But he is not required for that allowance to do anything except pick up his sister, which he didn't do.
Okay, so it wasn't for the chores. It's for picking up the sister, which he usually does except for one time. And he bought the video games while he was still fulfilling his duties. So what I just said still stands.
I don't believe in paying kids to do things they already need to do to learn responsibility. So cleaning up your room, you're not getting no money from me for cleaning up your room. You better clean up your room, because in this house, we live in a clean house.
But I clean it well.
Washing dishes, washing clothes, that doesn't matter. That, in my opinion, that is not something you need to be paid to do. Now, if you're doing something outside of the realm of something you would ordinarily do, maybe, or if you'd want to just give an allowance because this is the money you're giving him, right? But the key word in that, Mom, is giving. You're giving him an allowance. I thought maybe there was a condition to the allowance. You just admitted there are no real conditions. I just give him an allowance. So you give him an allowance so that he has his own money, so that he can do the things he wants to do and not always have to ask you for money. He chose to save it up. Am I correct?
That's correct.
And then you
for
bought
11 months. For 11 months, I did that.
11 months, and you bought this game.
Correct.
All right. So at the end of the day, he used his allowance on what he wanted to, and you didn't object to it.
No, but I wish I had now.
All right. So that's hindsight, and we know that's 2020.
Yep, at the end of the day, he owns the gaming console. Now, I believe the mom could have grounded him or withheld future allowance because of this as punishment. But destroying the video games by throwing against the wall? That's crazy.
So get me to the point where you smash the game. What happened? You come home, you're mad, he didn't pick up the baby sister, you had to race over there, your nerves were shot, you come in, and what happens?
So I come in and I ask him to look his sister in the eye and say why he forgot to pick her up. And he doesn't. He glances at her, he shrugs, he dismisses both of
apologized to
us,
her.
takes no responsibility, which he's been doing for these past several years now, taking no responsibility. And I'm sorry I lost it. No, you know what? I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry, because this addiction is out of control.
It's
and
not
I've
an
tried
addiction,
to talk to you
Mom.
about it for so long,
I'm not
and you need
addicted.
help.
Okay, here's the thing. Maybe it's a generational thing, but I think playing video games is completely normal. Now, you can play it a little bit too much, sure, but I think playing video games is a really great hobby, like compared to reading a book or doing puzzles or drawing or something like that, something that you enjoy. Now, you have to have everything in moderation, of course. Like, you can overdo anything in life. But let's say that he was painting and he was really passionate about it and he wanted to make a future career about it. And let's say he still forgot picking up his sister. The mother came home and he was painting. He was vigorously painting and like really into it. Now, would she react the same way? She would probably still be upset, sure. But I don't think that she would be so upset to destroy the painting. But maybe that's me. If you guys disagree, please let me know. For the record, I still think the kid is a spoiled brat.
So wait
He
a
needs
minute.
help.
You feel like he's addicted.
I do.
Do you feel like you're addicted,
I'm
Mr.
not.
Ortiz?
I have a normal life like any kid plays video games. Why
I
is it so...
haven't heard anything normal yet. You haven't told me anything you've done that's normal except pick your sister up, but then you said you forgot her. In this entire testimony, your entire testimony, you have not said to me any other thing that you do.
So the one thing I make wrong was picking up my sister, not just doing it, not picking her up once.
What else is normal about your life?
Your grades are failing. He's going to end up having to repeat senior year of high school.
That's not true.
Yes, you
no,
are.
No, it's not.
He used to get straight A's, and now
I
what are you?
still
You're
do.
failing math. You're failing science.
Wait a minute. You talking about you still get straight A's?
Of course.
No.
Well,
no.
why would your mother say you used to get them?
She just says that so that she just tries to find ways to get me in trouble. She just wants the worst for
All
me.
I ever wanted is what's best for you.
Is that why you destroy my games? Is that why you?
Yes, that is absolutely why I
Why do you
destroyed
always
your game.
Why do you always blame me for everything?
You know, sometimes as a parent, you have to do the things that your kids are going to hate you for because it's the right thing to do. And that's why I smashed
right.
your game. And I guess I would do it again.
Okay, so this is different. If it's true that his grades are failing, then I agree that maybe you should have a serious talking to him about how much time he's spending on the games. And listen, in a modern day, you can make a lot of money streaming video games, okay? But you have to have a healthy structural relationship to it.
How did you smash it? Once you came back, he's still in his room playing. He doesn't really acknowledge or express any concern for his sister. What did you do to the game?
First, I yanked the controller out of his hand. I threw that against the wall. And then I went over and I yanked the PlayStation out of the wall.
Without any warning?
But I threw it, but it wasn't anywhere near him, so he was not in danger of getting hurt.
You damaged my wall, too.
I turned. It's my wall. You don't pay for anything. It's my house. It's my wall. And I threw and it's my
But I
game
cleaned your house,
because
too.
it came from the allowance I gave you.
But I earned that. Did you forget about
You
that? I do the
didn't earn it.
chores.
No,
Anyway-
you didn't earn it. She just said you didn't have to earn it. I want to hear from your witness, though, ma'am. Please stand up, sir. State your name for the record.
Robert Shannon.
Mr. Shannon, you are here. You are a psychologist?
Yes,
And
yes.
what would you like to testify to today?
Well, first of all, I wrote a book on gaming disorder, and I do have, I photocopied a page from my book. And
First of
I'll
all,
take
that kind of disorder doesn't even exist.
Can you please let the man talk? He's the expert. You are not the expert. So why don't you just shut your mouth for
Let's
2
get
minutes?
some order now.
Okay, so from what I've gathered here, talking to the family, this is a clear case of gaming addiction. And
Why do you say that, sir?
Well, just looking at his behavior and his denial and how he'll spend hours into the night doing the gaming. And, you know, the definition of addiction is when it prevents you from doing other things, like you can't be part of the family, be part of the school, be part of anything else. It takes over, like many other addictions do.
He gets angry when he can't play.
That's
he
not
starts
true.
fights with us.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
What hasn't happened?
Like, when hasn't it happened?
Oh my God.
But what they're not telling you,
You sound just like my son. Oh my God.
I'm going to level with you guys. I think that this is all true because I used to have a gaming addiction when I was younger. So speaking from personal experience, I know that is true. It wasn't until I was able to kind of rewire my entire brain and relationship to gaming that I was able to finally live my life. You have to treat it as a reward for hard work. You can earn your playing time and the hours that you spend gaming by doing your daily duties, by getting good grades, by picking up your sister. That's how I would approach it now. Like if I had kids right now and they wanted to play video games, I'd be like, okay, I will allow you to play video games if after you clean up your room, finish your homework, then you can play. I think that is perfectly reasonable.
what they're not telling you is the reason I sent that copy over to you is often there's a deep void that needs to be filled that can be filled by the gaming addiction. And what they haven't mentioned is the divorce that happened about 2 years ago, which is about the time that the gaming really increased for Jose.
That's not true. You know that, right?
And so,
Man, I totally relate to that. My parents also got divorced, and it was during that time when my gaming addiction got bad. It's always a way to fill a void. And this is why people need therapy. Go to therapy. I'm sure if the mother approached it in a way of like loving and being like, hey, can we like talk about this? Maybe it'd be a little bit different. But instead, she's attacking him because I think she needs the tools too to handle this.
as I see it, now I haven't done a formal evaluation. I recommend not only counseling, I recommend court-ordered counseling for this gaming addiction.
What?
Mr. Ortiz, I want to ask you, I'm going to give you a chance before I give my ruling. Why do you think that isn't true? Do you think you're addicted?
No, I lead a no more life. I'm a kid. I play video games like any other person. Why
You're not
would
a kid, you're 18.
I don't
Why
know
don't
any-
you start acting like
I don't
it?
do anything wrong. I'm not doing drugs. I'm not hanging with the wrong people. Why are you both so
So
against
let me ask you this. Are you involved in any sports?
I play sports on my games and stuff, but not
No,
physically.
physical sports. Do you go outside?
I mean, I go walking and stuff, but why are they both still so
When
against?
do you go walking?
Just to get to the kitchen and stuff, but
Boy, please. I can tell you this, Mr. Ortiz. You gonna tell it. You walk from the kitchen to get something right, then go right back to your room to your game.
Yes.
Whether you are actually addicted, that will have to be under additional psychological evaluation. Mr. Shannon can only talk about what he's heard and give a recommendation. This is what I want to say to you. As parents, right, what your mother is trying to do is protect you from your own vices, right? There are things in your life that you don't see right now at 18, even though you are legally an adult. There are things in your life that you don't understand how they affect you right now and how they can affect you in the future. When I look at the life you just described, when I hear what you just said to me, that is an extremely isolated life. For an 18-year-old young man, for you not to be able to list off 5 additional things that you do besides video games, that's a problem. That is not healthy. It's not about the physical game. It is how you interact with it.
She's absolutely right. It's more about the relationship that he has with the game. Is it a healthy relationship, or is it something that is taking away from his life? And spending your entire life in the 4 corners of your bedroom and then occasionally walking to the kitchen to get some food, that's not life. I think video games are a great way to spend your free time or to reward yourself or to unwind after doing work and whatnot. And it also can be a career. But if that's the case, if it was going to be his career, he hasn't proven any steps that he's taking to approach it as a career. I relate to this young man so much, and I think that he is addicted. And I do see that there's a little glimmer of hope in his eyes, and I think that he will get help, and I think he will be okay in the end. What do you guys think?
When you can't get off of it, when all of your social interactions are through the game, that is problematic. And you've got to sometimes understand that your mother has your best interests at heart, because what does a mother want to do except see you thrive and see you succeed? And sometimes that means not giving you exactly what you want. Because in my house, I'm not your friend, I'm your mother. And that's 2 different things. So I'm gonna have to make a call sometimes that you're not gonna like, because I'm not here to be your friend. And she's not here right now to be your friend, she's here to be your mother. But the problem is he bought that video game with money that you gave him. Once you give the allowance, it's his. It's a gift. You admitted he didn't work for it, but it's a gift, you gave it to him. Now, what you could have done was simply restrict his ability to play the game. No. Or you could have said that video games are not allowed in your home because it's your home.
The judge is right. There are things that you can do. You can put parental controls on gaming devices. You could even set a timer on the internet so then he doesn't have access to the online play aspect after a certain time. Like if you want him to go to bed before midnight, set the time for 11:30 p.m. that the internet just shuts off and you don't have internet from 11:30 to 6 a.m., something like that. That way it helps restrict how much time he's spending on the video game.
Or you could have said that video games are not allowed in your home because it's your home. But wait, hold on, I'm doing the talking, Mr. Ortiz. This is the difference about what you do in your house and what you get to do in this courtroom. The problem is you need to set boundaries in your own home. You cannot destroy his property. But you could have told him it's not allowed up in my house. And then he just have to figure out where he gonna live and how he gonna pay for it. Since he's 18 anyway, you need to be going off to college. Do you know where you're going to college? Lord have mercy. Okay, so you don't know where you're going to college. You don't know nothing about nothing. Your mother destroyed your property. And for that, I'm gonna rule in your favor. It is the determination of this court in this moment is that your mother owes you $1,050 for the value of your game. Did you bring a receipt?
But then he's just gonna buy another machine.
Wait a minute. I cannot control what he buys. You have got to woman up and let him know what is allowed in your house and what is not. So if he goes out and buys another game, if you tell him you can't bring it in here, he can't bring it in here. But if he buys it, you cannot just destroy it because of your anger. Judgment for the plaintiff for $1,050. Court is adjourned. Mr. Ortiz, I advise you to get yourself together. I advise you to get yourself together. Because those video games, they're not going to do it. You too old to be living up in your mama's house with nothing else to do.
All rise.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I agree with that judgment. Even though I personally believe that he does have an addiction, there are ways that you can handle that, and maybe they can come together to help fix this issue, and I hope that they do. Now, maybe she can bring in some rules to the house where it's like, I will not allow video games in my house until these set of things are met. As in, like, maybe she can hold leverage with chores and whatnot, like clean up your room, do dishes, blah, blah, blah. If you do that, then I'll allow you to play your video games in my house. Gotta help set nice little boundaries from the very beginning, and then something that's also respectful. It's like, listen, I know you enjoy these things, and I want you to enjoy these things, so I will allow it if you do this for me. What do you guys think about the judgment? Do you think it was too much, too little, or just right? I would love to know your thoughts. Let me know. Love ya.
No, I'm sorry.
There's going to be no more video games in the house. You are not bringing one more video game into the house. Are we clear? Are we clear? Jose! Jose!